This song's about me.
Here's one question. Yes. Should I say that I sell weed? Would you rather not knock it in your school dog? This is Rivers, and this is Kahlua. Kahlua is my dog, Rivers just boarding. All the money from the house comes from dogs and drugs. We sell drugs here. We also play chess. Play a lot of chess with people at the shows. To be honest, I play more chess with people at the shows than watch bands. I'm from the South Shore, right next to Plymouth. I'm from Kingston.
And then you just tell us what your job is.
Dog walker and a writer. I don't get paid to write, of course. I was only here for about 2 or 3 years before I went to New York and had to go back and forth.
What brought you back to Boston?
I had nowhere better to go. I started coming up to the city really early, probably about 2008, and seeing shows around here, basement shows. I had never seen anything like it. I didn't know what an underground scene was. To get there and see all these like insane, crazy people, you know, doing crazy things, sort of acting like they're their own breed of rock star, you know what I mean? My friends played a show here a couple years ago. It was all my friends, the whole bill. They needed a roommate. And so I said, well, that's it right there. I was like, well, it's really expensive, but I can put on shows here. How are you? I'm Kevin.
Hey, I'm Joe.
Nice to meet you. Here for the show? You know, I really like having a house that functions as many things. I like a lot of people coming in and out all the time. I like a lot of stuff going on. I'm a lazy guy, so I love when the show's in my basement. It's easy to walk down and see it. That's a big part of it for me, as crazy as it sounds.
This song's about me.
If I have a single talent, it's rolling pieces. But it's really nice living here. I love it. A lot of people don't come upstairs. I won't kick anybody out or anything. But I think it's because it looks nice. People sort of come up here and like, oh, slowly back down the stairs. It has got to be like the most clean show I've ever seen. This is the kitchen. My roommate drank.
Oh, beautiful.
Backyard. We got a fire pit, but it's been unusable for years. That's how they try and shut down a lot of these places. They fake complaints by saying that these fire pits are blowing smoke into other people's yards, even though, you know, it hasn't been functional for years. Got a fridge out here for, you know, ambiance. This is the entrance to the show right here. Can't show much of the front of the house, but if you want to come see a show here, you'll know because it'll look like this door. And this is the venue. This is what we work with. It doesn't really look like much. It's not much, but it's all you need. We pack like 100 people in here. So if anybody's thinking about doing a basement venue, this is really all you need. As you can see, all you need is an awful basement to make a good show. Oh, also the grow up. This is where we store all the equipment. grow a little bit of weed, a legal number of plants actually. This is legal here. But yeah, once again, it is important to say that if you want to be able to pay the rent here, breaking the law is one of the only ways to be able to do it.
I have pink eye. I took a shit in a Dunkin' Donuts today and yesterday. That's why. I rolled a joint with poison ivy. Smoked that shit on the Mass Ave Bridge, baby.
But this place has been a venue for years. It used to be the last house on the left. So they did like jam shows, big parties. Alston 10, 15 years ago, the shows had a much worse reputation. There was a lot of violence. So, I mean, in the mid-2000s, it was extremely violent. I think they got a reputation for a little bit too wild of a crowd. And then there was trouble booking that. This place used to have 1 million basements that people would play in. There wasn't like a big move to get out of the scene and become a famous signed band or anything like that. It was more to have a party and to have bands that people liked be there. So this is about 2015 now, and the scene had changed a lot. And there were a lot less underground venues, a lot less good bands. And I get really bummed out about that, what's happening in the town, what's going on. And then very quickly put sort of all my resources into getting into a house where I could put on shows.
What's the ideal show to you to have here? What would be the ideal?
I mean, I referenced the Touchhead's last show that was here, right before one of the members moved to Japan. But that show was amazing. I mean, people were really into it. And here's another thing about the energy at the shows. And I don't know if it's a change in genres, or a change in like the interest people play, or just how vocals are done, but people used to know every word. And part of the show was you pile up and everybody sings the lyrics into the microphone. You try and grab the mic for your favorite lyric, you know what I mean? I got the mic, turn like this lyric. And it was very communal. And I mean, there's something really, if I can use the term, religious about being in a room, especially with music that nobody knows about. And everybody knows the words, everybody's singing them together. And I saw that at the Touchhead show in a way that I hadn't really seen in a long time. And I mean, it's sort of like it's a weird thing to focus on. But that was important to me. I don't know anybody's lyrics now. I'm not sure if I should say I wasn't happy about the shows that were here. But they just weren't what I was used to. It's a lot of college kids. So, I don't mean to like comment on all college shows are bad, because there are some great college bands. I realize that these kids would be playing bars or anywhere else, but you know, they're under 21, so they can't get bar games. That's why they want to play here.
I'm in high school. No,
You just know
Why are you lying?
I'm 20.
19 turning 20 Mondays.
It's a cool house.
Yeah, it is. Everyone's so friendly.
So dope.
I go to Berkeley. Hi, I'm Alden, 18 years old, music prodigy. Sipping yerba mate, then we drink a latte. I like to make love in the bathroom of Tate. Hey!
I struggled with that for a really long time. But these kids need to come somewhere and play anyway. So we don't mind, you know. But it's still not my favorite type of music. A lot of people that live in Boston have a problem with, you know, the college students that, what they have a problem with is that it seems like the entire town is made to draw these college students in and to, well, either the college students or large industry. Those are sort of the priorities for which, you know, the state the priorities that the state focuses on, you know what I mean? So if you live here and you're just a guy who lives here, the city doesn't feel like it's for you. It feels like it's for the people who are just sort of breezing in and out. That's sort of why I have a problem with the making it type thing, because people consider that a betrayal. Well, if you want to, you know, play a couple cool shows in Austin, then move right to New York. You know what I mean? People don't like that. It pisses people off. You feel like you're living in somebody else's city. You know what I mean?
Where would you like to ideally see yourself, like in 5 years or so?
In 5 years, I'd like to have a spot in, you know, Jersey or New York that's similar, if that's possible. I told myself that if this house goes under, I don't want to find another spot in Boston. This is too good. I mean, this is the last house, so it's the last house.
Is this house going under?
Yeah, we have to move in September.
Why?
We couldn't afford the rent. I mean, it just got to be, we were late too many months in a row, and they said we won't renew the lease. You know, that's partially our fault, but it's really the people can't afford, people weren't able to afford their rooms, and we weren't able to pay the rent on time, and I mean, that's just gentrification right there. Success should not be the point. Success shouldn't be the point. The focus should be playing great music, playing great shows, and, you know, if one person likes it, that's good enough. Nobody likes it. If you like it, that's good enough. There shouldn't be an end game. Putting on a good show here is what I'm trying to do. That's really it.
One more time.